today I will go on an adventure by myself. I'll take the autobus into town, 35A, walk past the Kremlin to the riverbank esplanade and try and hire some ice skates and go ice skating along the riverbank and see how successful it is. Well, I've walked about 2.5 kilometres along the riverbank and I found no place where there's people skating and no place to hire skates. In fact, I'm so far along the promenade, the esplanade, what have you, that I'm pretty close to the Millennium Bridge. And the next route into town where I can catch the number 5 bus back home again. Our apartment is somewhere over there, about 6 or 7 kilometres, but although I have slipped over flat on my back one time so far this morning, I haven't found any place to hire ice skates. So, a lovely day for a walk in the park. Dawai. There are, of course, a few people who are keen enough to be out there dotted across the ice, doing a little bit of ice fishing. I'll get something. In fact, there's no need for me to cross the Millennium Bridge. I could just climb over the fence and walk across the ice. But I know that over at the other end of the bridge there'll be a nice warm bus. So here I am on the edge of the Millennium Bridge at the bus stop, waiting for bus number 43 to take me home. I've had a lovely morning's walk. I've slipped over and fell on my ass one time, and that's as close to skating as it looks like I'm going to get today. So, bring on the bus. Let's get headed home across the Millennium Bridge. I'm out for another adventure today. It's about 2 in the afternoon, so the sun will be down in another hour and a half. And I'm heading for the bus to catch bus number Sorok 3, bus number 43, on the other side of the road. So, let's go. Davai. It's gently snowing in our neighbourhood. It's our building up there, and there's a few shops around the base of these other buildings. All is quiet. The snow keeps everything in the city pretty quiet. Deadens the sound. After a hard day of traipsing about the government offices, with very, very nice, very helpful people at the offices, nothing like coming home and settling down to a nice bowl of pelmeni. Очень хорошо. Smetana, горчица и pelmeni. And if the pelmeni isn't enough to fill you up, you can always help yourself to peace of русские женщина, home roasted chicken. Очень вкусно. Yep, life is good. Итальянские песни. Манго. Мармелад. Яблочный зефир. Чак-чак. Яблочный пирог. Новый год. There are some places in Australia where you can buy the American Hostess Twinkie bar, which is a little cake full of cream. Well, in Russia we don't have the Hostess Twinkie. We have Barney. He's in the shape of a bear. He's different to the American Barney. But this Barney comes in a 5-pack or a 20-pack or a 100-pack. And it's a little package, and inside the little package you will find the shape of a bear, Barney. And if you bite his head off, you'll discover he's filled with a milky cream. He's not as sweet and he's not as sticky as a Hostess Twinkie. But he certainly is as yummy. It's supposed to be chocolate, but there's a hint of ginger. Not much, just a little hint. Like a ginger nut biscuit. And the soft, creamy, milky centre. So if you're ever after a Hostess Twinkie bar and you're in Russia, just go and buy a Barney instead. I think you'll be happy. Beneath us here is a metro down those stairs, and we're outside next to the Peterichka, like an IGA shop near Mama's house, and we walk a couple of blocks on New Year's Day to have lunch / dinner with Mama. Crunching through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. One of those is a school, the other is apartments. These are some older apartments. And we'll take a shortcut through the park underneath the gas lines. Now, in most places, the gas lines, pipes, are painted yellow. But not here. We got green pipes. Hayakali. Here we are at Mama's house, and the table is laid and prepared. Tanya's beautiful. There's food all across the bench.
Мыла, что не расчесала красиво?
Вчера только уложила кудри свои.
And we're ready for the day after New Year's Day. And so, at the bus stop on the way home, we're looking across at the park next to the Leninsky Theatre. There's a big, beautiful Yulka Christmas tree there. The Lenin Theatre. And beyond that bus, there is a huge light display which in summertime is a fountain.